It's that time once again for Dun 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 AJ's Yard. This week on the MACKDOWN Podcast, we recap the WWE WrestleMania Backlash pay-per-view, or as we like to call it, premium live event, plus the week in wrestling, including RK Bro retaining their championships, but issuing the challenge to the match we've been waiting for, the Tag Team Unification Championship match between them and the Usos. Speaking of title matches, Ronda Rousey had her first title defense with an open challenge. We're also going to dive into Rhea Ripley joining Judgment Day, and the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament, the Big Four Fantasy, right here on the MACKDOWN Podcast. Back to us in studio. All right, well, we are here. We are live in studio. It is us once again, week number 41. That's awesome. I'm AJ, by the way. I have to my left Mr. Mikey Mac D.
That's me.
Across from him is the one, the only, the wonderful, the beautiful, the magical. It's Kimmy.
I'm a magical, guys.
She's a magical. Speaking of magical, Mr. B, how you doing over there?
Pretty fucking good.
Pretty fucking good. That's how we doing it right here on the MACKDOWN Podcast, guys. So what's on the agenda for the week, guys?
Well, I think Mr. B's in a good mood because he won at disc golf today.
Oh, he destroyed us. I mean, I played pretty well, but damn, Mr. B.
He went from last to first.
Yep. If you ain't first, you're last, right, Mr. B?
Exactly.
How you feeling? What's that victory speech? Anything you want to say to your people?
Thank you all.
All the support.
All the support.
All support. You can follow him at MACKDOWN Podcast, of course.
Hey, man. Minus 13. We play par 4 everything, so.
Yeah. I finished -7, so that means I suck.
Yeah, I want eagles, man, and like birdies and
Black Eagles?
well, shit. Think about it. If so, minus 13, right? Normally. Oh yeah.
Add 18 to that.
Add 18.
That'd be one shot away.
Damn. So there you go.
It's +5.
So you finished +5. That's not bad. I mean,
On a par 3.
On a par 3 course, and that one's hard.
Yeah.
That's a pretty challenging course. So.
Actually, no. If I added a shot, yeah, it would be 5 over. Yep. Yep.
That's not bad, guys.
I finished +11.
No.
Yeah, that's what it would have been if we
Oh,
did
I see. I was like, nah.
So I finished +6 then because I was one behind you.
If we par 3 the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Normally
That's
when
not bad. It's not as bad as I thought.
Normally when I play by myself, I par 3 the whole thing, and it's terrible. Terrible. But good job, Mr. B. I salute you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You did a very good job.
Yeah, man. Well, we also had a little concert venture this weekend.
Oh, we're going to jump into that, huh?
We definitely did.
Yeah.
AJ had a lot of fun.
I had a great time.
It was fun, man. It
I
was
had
a
a
good
great
show.
time.
It was.
We seen Fozzy.
Fozzy.
I become, man.
Hey, man, he's a very
Animated?
just very animated and physical. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always moving his hands, moving his arms, like
He's casting spells because he's a wizard.
he's a wizard.
He's a wizard.
That dude, you know what? Now that you say that shit, it's exactly what he was like in Shazam and fucking
Yeah.
Wizard Very.
Is that why I got really messed up?
When his hands are constantly
Maybe.
doing like this shit, you know what I mean?
And I was looking right into his eyes when he did that. And I
Oh,
was,
dude, that's it. You're lucky you didn't turn to stone.
Then all of a sudden, I was wearing a cowboy hat and throwing up everywhere. It's great.
Not at the same time, thankfully.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
have been
that
horrible.
was, it was close though.
Yeah,
It was- It
Milliseconds.
was pretty warm in there too.
It was warm in there.
Oh yeah,
that
it was
doesn't
so
help
many
when you're not
bodies
feeling
in
good.
You know.
all that tequila and PBR.
Ugh.
Cheap
Oh, that's just
tequila
such
and
a-
PBR.
That's such a
Weird
terrible
combo.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I'm like, ooh, it was like shitty tequila because it was well. So it's from the well. It's $12 special.
That shit was from the toilet.
You
Yeah, I
get
got
like
their
a
vodka
fucking
and fruit punch.
Oh
yeah.
But shout out to the
dragon.
Oriental Theater. I mean, you guys.
Yeah, it was
throw
fun, man.
we had table service. I mean, come on, bougie. We were bougie.
Hey man, you know what though? To be fair, that place, no matter where you were, it was.
I just couldn't stand
Like,
for that long.
immaculate.
I wouldn't have been able to stand for that long. I would have been very bitchy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd have been like, yo,
my feet,
nah.
my back.
Yep, exactly. Especially with me drinking too, and I can't sit down. Screw that.
You would have been jumping around, bumping into people. It would have been great.
Yeah, it would have been great. But that was fun. Shout out to you, Chris Jericho. I mean, you throw a hell of a show. GMF, you guys were good as well. GFM, sorry, excuse me. GFM, you guys were good. Who else was there? Crash Karma. Wow.
So good, yeah.
Wow. Talk about the new White Stripes. The White Stripes, you ain't got shit on them. Because that girl, that Thor thing with the hammer, I mean, you talk about a show. Crash Karma. And then...
then they had the Frankenstein guitar with it was like a guitar bass.
Oh, yes.
That shit was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And then finally we had the Nocturnal...
Let me look it up so we don't sound like
Yeah,
we
I'm
don't-
sorry. Nocturnal.
They were the
guys.
very first band.
They
so
were. They liked my joke.
Yeah, you basically went backwards in order of who
Played.
it was.
Yeah, because that's how. See, I started with sober. At the end, sobriety was at the end of that statement. That's why I forgot who the first band was.
Yeah, Nocturnal Affairs maybe.
I think that was it. Nocturnal Affairs. You guys were great too. Band leader was pretty
I'm
cool.
not gonna lie, man. That whole lineup was actually good. A little more screaming for me than I usually typically like or listen to. But
Yeah,
you know
GFM.
what, man? Live music's live music, dude. And if it's good, it's good. You know?
Yeah, GFM. They were really some screamers.
Yeah, dude.
All girl band though. You know, they did a great job.
Yeah.
That was fun.
They were awesome.
That was definitely fun. Speaking of fun, it was fun to hear that Ric Flair is coming back. What?
I don't know, man. Is he coming back? Is he like? As we all know, the training videos with
Andrade.
with your boy. No. It was Jay Lethal.
It was Lethal. That's right.
Yeah, they're doing like these little training sessions and shit. And from what I did read some shit in the dirty sheets that there was a rumored comeback for Ric Flair and FTR versus the Rock and Roll Express and somebody.
Do you know who that somebody should be? I told you earlier who that somebody should be.
Who's that?
Sting.
It's
I wonder if that would be a thing.
That would be. Just for nostalgia purposes, FTR could pretty much run the whole match.
Would you say
bumping
Sting
machines? They're your bumping machines right there.
Would you say Sting is his greatest rival?
Flair's. You know what?
Who's Flair's greatest rival?
Dusty.
Oh.
Yeah, it had to be right.
Yeah, because the Horsemen, all that shit.
The Horsemen were created because of that.
Because
whole,
of Dusty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd
you're
be
right.
Dusty.
It's Dusty. Yep. I can't even argue that.
Yeah. It's kind of hard too.
Yeah.
But Sting's a good 2, 3.
Yeah.
In the 2 and 3.
I would say, as far as like
Maybe
well, no.
Steamboat. Because Steamboat and him did some.
And they had the trilogy. Yeah.
So Steamboat, Dusty, that's the Sting is there, but it's not
Dusty.
like.
Dusty though.
Yeah, Dusty
They
was the
took that to a
greatest.
whole nother level.
Yeah, they made a whole.
But yeah, so if that was Sting, that would be really cool for nostalgia factors.
Definitely.
They're both going, Rick come out and do his greatest hits and get the fuck out of there.
He just
At
needs
73 years old.
He needs to take probably 6 successful bumps. 6,
Yeah.
6. Couple of run the ropes maybe
Well,
twice.
I mean, shit, you've seen him. He's taking body slams and suplexes in the training videos.
I mean, yeah.
So, I mean, he's punching and kicking and chopping and fucking... He's Ric Flairing all over the place.
Man, I'm sorry. He should just left it at Mania.
Yeah.
Do you want to
I'm
see
sorry.
it,
I love you.
Is that something that you want to see? I mean, because
I
that would
don't.
have to
I
be...
mean, personally, no, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's more of a nostalgia. Like it's more
Yeah.
just.
I mean, if it's gonna happen, we're gonna watch it probably. So.
Well, and then think about
It's
it.
gonna be
You
indie.
do have Arn Anderson still. If they did this in an AEW setting, you got Arn there.
Got Tully.
You got Tully, and then all you have to do is bring in fucking J.J. Dillon.
Yeah, because the other guy's dead, right?
No, Barry Windham's still alive. I think.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
who was
if
the
Ole-
original. Who was in the original?
Ole.
Ole, yeah. Where's Ole?
I don't know.
Ole, where are you?
I don't know if he even. I don't know if he would even do that anyway.
Ole, where are you?
He didn't go in the Hall of Fame with him, so
He definitely
Oh.
didn't.
it was
JJ
Barry
did.
Windham.
Yeah, Barry Windham went in.
Barry, yeah. Yep.
So Wyndham's still around. You can go dig his ass up,
Have him come out there, do some shit.
do some shit. They all take some bumps. The Horsemen come out. You bring
They're
Sting.
old, dude. They're old though. They're so old.
I mean, you bring Sting. You bring Ricky. You bring Dustin Rhodes.
I believe
you
Ricky
you
could
still go. You
Yeah.
bring the son.
Oh, Dustin, dude,
Dustin.
that's a great story.
Yeah.
Just make like an 8-man or an 8-man tag.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Dustin and who else you throw in there? Who's a big rivalry of the Horsemen that's still kicking?
Well, they were talking about the Rock and Roll Express. So the Rock and Roll Express and then like Sting and Steamboat would be fucking great.
Oh,
Versus FTR, Flair and Tully.
Have Orton on the outside and have
Yeah.
Dustin on the outside.
No, Dustin could be in the match. Well, no, yeah, he'd have to be on the outside. Yeah.
Unless he's in and you got
Fuck it, make it a 10-man, goddammit.
Oh, God.
Fuck it, let's
this
do
match
it.
just got all
And then put it in war games.
and then put it in war games, yeah. You want to see some old people die.
Oh, no, that's not
It's
right.
going to be a lot of oxygen going on there.
I'm just saying, Tony Khan, I'm sure he ran up through his brain, too.
I see that, definitely. Well,
But, yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens.
we will.
I'm kind of like, I don't want to see it, but if it happens,
I'll
would
watch
like to
it.
see it.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna turn it off.
Exactly.
Hopefully nobody gets hurt. Well, speaking of turning it on,
Yeah, let's turn on this recap
This
for
recap for
this
WWE
WrestleMania Backlash.
Backlash, man. Backlash is starting to become one of those pay-per-views where it can either be really great or it's just going to be really bad.
No, I mean the lineup was really good. I was surprised that only one title was being defended.
Well,
for the whole
it wasn't
show.
supposed to be one, but,
Yeah, weird. Right?
True, man. Yeah, they
Canceled
did.
it, but now they're not.
Yeah, they're doing whatever they want to do over there.
Anyway.
Anyway, you want to go through the card?
Yeah, we'll just go through the card as it started to finish. So we had Cody and Seth started the show, which fucking let's start it really hot.
Called
I was
that.
surprised, actually. Yeah, you
Called
did.
that.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, it's not for a title. They want to really feature that, and opening the show really is a big time spot. So
Right, and that's your number one contenders right there. Those are the only guys that are going to be able to go against Roman.
Even though Cody's was going for the U.S. title.
I didn't get it.
that
I
was-
didn't
that-
get it.
yeah,
We'll jump into
Anyway.
that, but I didn't get it. I didn't get
yeah.
it.
But yeah, so again, they had another really good match, and Cody wins by pinfall because he held the tights.
Yeah.
So it's like fighting fire with fire because Seth tried to do the same shit.
Right.
Right before that, literally.
Yeah. So it's like, fuck it, I'll hit you with whatever you hit me with, man. You want to get dirty? We'll fucking get dirty.
I want to get dirty, and you want to put in a honey.
They
But-
do have pretty entertaining
That's
matches.
what I like about wrestling too. Just shit like that, the grabbing the tights and shit, like where they get one up on you.
If you ain't
Yeah.
cheating, you ain't trying.
Bobby Brainy.
It's
Like-
wrestling. It's not.
And you know what I love about their matches? It's like a wrestler's wrestler match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're putting all elements in. They're giving you really good like timing, really good maneuvers. They're building you up. They're taking you down. You know what I mean? It's like a roller coaster ride. I love that.
Yeah, Cody's holding his own. He came back to be a superstar, and he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say the way they've positioned him so far and the way he's carried himself, man.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
I just don't want him to have one run and then he
Into
wins the title,
obscurity.
maybe, or he doesn't, and then we don't see him again.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where it will bring him.
here's the thing. I seen something. There was a report that I read that was saying Roman could be taking time off,
Oh, he is.
9 to 10 weeks or some shit. So that's 2.5 months.
He's going to Hollywood.
And if he does that, you got to have something on Monday Night Raw, unless they just use the
Do they
US title.
take the title away, or does the title just doesn't get defended while he's gone?
Or does he lose that title?
Yeah.
You know,
Which I'm hoping all that happens and he does stay off because it'll help me in fantasy. Just, side note.
okay. Here's the thing, I don't like either have a brand split or don't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Have a brand split or don't, because this whole like, okay, now he's the unified champion, that being Roman, and if he's taking time off, it leaves a show or both shows with no fucking champion.
Not to mention, on your point, Money in the Bank. What the fuck is that going to do now? Because they're changing the rules, and I still haven't looked it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm curious on what those rule changes are, because I've heard different things about, because it doesn't make sense for the Money in the Bank winner to get the match at Mania, because that's almost a whole year.
Yeah.
I hope they're not doing that.
Why?
I heard
So they're-
something. Well, I don't remember who the fuck said. I don't know. It might have been Pookie.
So it's not like anytime, anywhere kind of thing.
Pookie.
Yeah, because I mean that's the end of, or no, that's the beginning of July. It's 4th of July, or no, the 3rd, because it's on a Sunday, right? In Vegas. So I don't know. Maybe they can only challenge the champion on their own brand. That would make a little more sense, right? So instead of like, let's say, you know, AJ Styles wins the Money in the Bank, and he's like, I challenge Roman for the fucking Universal title. That's dumb, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It would have to be like, I'm challenging you for the WWE title, because that's the Raw Championship.
Yeah, but is it unified or is it not?
That's what I'm saying.
They
If we're
keep
gonna-
calling it unification match, but they haven't unified shit. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't understand. Because then if you have him challenge just for one, then it kind of defeats the purpose.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's dumb. Because it's a unified belt already, so if you beat him, you just take all of his belts, right?
Yeah, that's what you would think.
But they're not. It seems like they're going to split them.
Yeah, he's so it's saying here
That would only make sense.
that the rule is one lucky man and female, one lucky male or female, will have the chance to main event WrestleMania. For the winner.
Meaning if they wanted to. They could be like, I'm cashing in at WrestleMania, and I'm putting in for this contract right now.
Yes, it's indicating that the latter matches have the same prizes as the Royal Rumble matches in January, which would mean really weird.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's kind of like no different than like RVD when he won the Money in the Bank and challenged Cena, and he's like, I'm challenging you in advance. Like, I want you to be ready. We're going to do it at the Last Stand or whatever, the ECW show. Yeah. Which, if you haven't seen that, go watch it. Holy shit.
Because if Cena wins, they will riot.
Well,
put
it's
it that
just
way.
the whole. You have to go watch it. It's great. But anyway,
It is a great show.
yeah. But moving on from that, getting
What
back on track here. We had Omos defeating Bobby via pinfall.
Great. You can keep going.
Yeah, I mean, is anybody
I don't care.
invested in this at all?
Maybe Cam.
Just fantasy wise?
Maybe Mr. B.
Yeah, and that's it. Huh?
That's
yeah,
it.
because they're the only two that have them.
It's
Miss-
just
and-
fallen way flat.
Well, yeah, Omos is not the person that you expected him to be.
No.
You know?
He just seems way too nice. Like, even on screen when he's trying to be angry, he still looks like he's just kind of acting.
Yeah, he needs to be at Bobby Lashley's side, not against Bobby Lashley.
He should have fucking joined the Hurt Business, man. Y'all missed a fucking huge opportunity, literally, pun
Pretty
intended.
much, yeah.
But yeah.
But we digress.
But after that, we're going to move on from there because I don't think anybody's really got anything for Bobby and Omos.
Nope.
So,
Nope, but the next thing is important.
yeah, moving on from there, we had Edge defeated AJ Styles via pinfall. I almost said pinfall. Pinfall.
But the most important part of that whole match, Rhea,
Yeah, we got a
is
new member.
now a member of Judgment Day.
I like that.
I do as well.
She's finally on her own, dude. And even, like, on her tweets and shit, she's very vulgar still, where she's like, fuck y'all. If you're not, like, by my side, you're in my way kind of thing.
Which is what we need from somebody to step up and do something.
She's a monster, dude. She needs to be running through people.
Yeah.
She's fucking way bigger than everybody on the rosters.
Right, it should be coming to a head with her and Bianca. I like that.
I do like that storyline a lot. That's where they should be going.
Yeah. They let her have that match with Liv and all that, so.
Yeah. AJ Styles kind of just fizzles out a little bit, huh?
He's joining Finn in the fizzle.
It almost seems like that's
The
the
fizzle
case.
club.
He comes back and you're like, oh, yeah.
We're going to tag him up with Finn, maybe.
And I just found
probably
out
will.
that in, I think it was Finland or somewhere where WWE's doing a tour, Liv has joined this group as well.
What?
With Finn and AJ.
Oh.
I guess the pseudo club.
Yeah, the pseudo club.
Yeah.
Studio.
I got confused
Studio.
for a moment. I was like, wait, what? The one with Rhea? What?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
She's now Judgment Night.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
shit.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, they're going to have a
6-man.
A mixed
Or
tag, yeah,
a
mixed
mixed
six-person tag.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
yeah.
That is gonna be interesting.
Moving on from there, I was surprised at the placement of this match. Ronda versus Charlotte in an I Quit match.
Yeah, she did. She beat her.
She made her say I quit. It
She
did
broke
happen.
her arm.
Broke her
supposedly.
radius apparently. Yeah,
Her radius.
her radius.
The
But
radius.
yeah,
I mean,
don't know.
the match was all right.
Charlotte's in it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't want to shit on Ronda too much, man, because I feel like every time I talk about her, I'm just like, boo.
So move on.
But
She won and new
yeah,
SmackDown Women's Champion.
She's
Ronda-
just kind
Ronda
of,
Rousey.
we all know.
same.
Yeah.
But okay, well, moving on from there, I felt like that should have been the co-main. They should have did this one before the main event.
Totally.
So they put the buffer match. They had Madcap going over Corbin via pinfall.
Which we knew was going to happen. Good for Madcap.
It had to, yeah.
That'll move him up. Hopefully he wins that IC title. I mean, I know I'll be losing points, but gaining points, so.
I mean, I could see him on his path that way. Yeah.
It'd be good for him for a little bit. See what he's like with a champ.
I'll just be curious what his transition's going to be.
Yeah, he needs to get rid of the thumbs up and the smiling and all that crap.
It's going to go away at some point, right? Or it never does. Like, we'll see. We'll fucking see.
Yeah.
I'll never tell.
That's Vince's yellow pad, man.
Shit.
But yeah, moving on from there, we had the match that everybody was here for, the Bloodline defeating RK McBro via pinfall.
Yeah, Roman put it on him.
Yeah.
They beat the shit out of each other, man. That was a good match.
It was
Yeah.
brutal. It was brutal.
I felt like it was the best match of the night.
Smash, smash.
I mean, as far as story and everything goes, because Seth and Cody was really good.
Right.
However, you know, we had holding of the tights, so of course it's advancing the story. This one, there's all kind of shit that happened.
Yeah, and
There was a lot going on. I'm not going to lie. It was all kind
Yeah.
of happening at once.
Yeah.
RKOs, flying
Dude.
knees.
Yes.
People being put through tables.
And I feel like
a
the
spear.
fans, the fans, based on the reactions that we're seeing, they want Randy and Roman. at
Or
SummerSlam.
Riddle and Roman.
No.
Are they real reactions or pre-recorded?
Well, and see, and that's the fucking
Past
thing.
reactions.
That's the thing. Why don't you go ahead and touch on that real quick? Because
Touch.
we kind of discussed it. I don't know if it was on the pod, but
I think,
we discovered this.
yeah, in our group chat it got shared.
Yeah.
And it was a screen capture from, like, a John Cena match from back in the day, right? And it was even, like, you could see, like, the hashtags and stuff, like, on the screen. And then they used that same footage of fan reaction from then and, like, plugged it into, like, the most recent episode or, like, the Backlash pay-per-view.
Right? So, like, what the fuck's going on?
So it's literally reactions from the past that are fabricated.
Does that kind of turn you off a little bit of like, the programming? Because, like,
Well,
does it, like, disconnect your suspension of disbelief when
Well,
you start seeing and hearing shit like that?
It's kind of disrespectful to the fans that are there. You know what I mean? Like, well, give me a better product and maybe I'll give you the reaction you're
Yeah, I was
looking
just-
for. You know what I mean?
Just about touch on that, yeah.
So it's like, yeah, don't. Well, and here's the thing, too. Right? If I'm one of the fans that's on TV from previous and I'm sitting here watching Backlash and then I see footage of myself reacting from the past, I'd be like, bro.
Like, where the fuck? I'd be like, what the fuck just happened?
I'd be like, back up. Is that my twin? Like, and then you realize it's actually just footage of you from the past. Like, that's gonna. How do they think they're gonna get away with that?
Yeah, they might as well just put that the black dude who, when the Undertaker lost, in every single reaction.
Oh my god, that could never get replayed. Everybody in the world would know what the fuck that was.
The Mad Miz girl.
Oh, yeah, that's another one. Another good fan reaction that's very well known.
But yeah, they're just taking clips and plugging them in, supposedly.
They should use AEW clips. You know what I mean? Use the guy crying. You see the guy crying on the one when CM Punk came out.
Yeah,
See him crying on WWE episode doing the same thing.
that dude was.
He's
fucking
literally
super
saying
crying.
CM Punk, and they're like, "Oh, here comes John."
Damn.
Hilarious.
Damn. But yeah, no, I think that that Bloodline and RK McBro match was
Was the bee's knees? It made up for
they were
the
heavy
show.
Yeah.
It was a very heavy hitting match. I just, I would have preferred the tag team title match and or Drew
Yeah.
fighting for the belt in two separate matches. But you know what? Give it to us all at once.
I didn't hate it. I mean, I don't hate the setup of what's happening.
Personally, if it
Because
would,
we're gonna get Roman and Drew at the that castle, whatever.
so if that's the case, personally, I would have seen if Brock was available, and I would have made that a 6-man with Brock in it.
Well, isn't Brock injured?
I think so.
So
I'm not
I mean,
sure.
I don't know what's going on with Brock, to be honest.
Yeah, me either. But I mean, if Brock would have been available, that would have been great for WrestleMania Backlash, because at that point you're like, okay.
It just depends on if he sent Brock home for a little while, because you know what I mean.
Well, they said Brock got hurt during the WrestleMania match, and Roman took that heat, saying he got hurt.
Because I mean, of course they're going to have to run it back with Brock, right? I mean,
but when
Brock lost his belt, so who knows? I mean, SummerSlam is Brock's show, so
you have him just build up till SummerSlam, and have him come back and just rip them both off.
Yeah, because they're going to do Roman and Drew at this next pay-per-view.
Or what if there's a number one contender match for the title at SummerSlam, and Cody thinks he's winning, and then all of a sudden, Cody and Brock 1-on-1.
Oh.
Winner fights Roman.
Dude,
if he beats Brock,
I mean,
if Brock lets him take it,
I mean, of course you can make it work.
You could.
I mean, you can make anything work, but
especially
I would just be really curious on the story that leads up to that.
Well, it
Cody
says
would
Brock
have to be super hot
Lesnar's,
right now.
Advertised for Money in the Bank.
Oh my God!
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, if he wins, then that means definitely he's going to WrestleMania.
No,
he'll hold it down till.
It says they stopped advertising him for Backlash, but he still advertised for Money in the Bank.
I know they took Roman off Hell in a Cell, off that poster, and they did put him in Saudi Arabia.
I'm gonna get -2 for this shit, dude.
Yeah, you're about to. Roman Reigns was not the best pick right now.
Well, you know what?
Not for the final stretch.
I think the title will be in good hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just not yours.
Just not my hands. They won't be in my hands, but they'll be in good hands.
Kimmy's
anyway.
Kimmy's doing the Mark Henry. I'm coming. Oh no, that's not the Mark Henry. That's the MVP.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
somebody's gonna get their ass whipped.
I don't know.
I'm coming.
Overall, what would you guys say? What was your grade of the show?
On a scale of 1 to 8 to F, I give it a solid B-.
A B-?
That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say they paced it well up until Charlotte and Ronda, and then it was like,
well,
you know what I mean?
The fact that, like you said, one championship match, the buffer match being right before the main.
They didn't need the buffer match. They could have went from the title match, because it's not a title match on the next one. You know what I mean?
I personally think if you're going to make Ronda the champion, that should have been the last thing we should have saw.
I think they should have done it right in between Edge and Ronda, the Madcap match.
Especially if you're doing a 6-man tag with Roman, that could have went right in the middle of the show.
I mean,
that could have started the show.
Either started,
oh yeah,
and then you have Seth and Cody,
and then put Seth and Cody right in the fucking middle, right dead in the middle. Yep.
And then Madcap, and then main event. But Roman must pose.
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't either. But you gotta. It's all about placement. And if Roman Reigns is supposed to be the hottest thing on the planet, you gotta have him defend that title against Drew.
Oh, he's gonna fucking beat him. He's gonna pin him, dude.
Well, he could have won it on some fuckery. I could have gave us some. We could have, and then the match at the castle could have been in the cage,
In Cardiff. It's cool that they're going over there though for a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
that usually doesn't happen very often. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I can't go.
Nah, me neither. I can watch it though.
I can watch it exactly. Speaking of watching, did you watch Raw this week?
I did. Did you?
Yeah, somewhat.
There wasn't much, man. I mean, they had
They had a big week this week. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
I mean, they had a few things. They continued storylines, but the big one for me was RK Bro retaining the titles. They beat the Street Profits.
The Street Profits, yeah, that was interesting.
I feel bad for the Street Profits.
I don't. I feel like they're in a really good spot,
exactly.
Man. I feel like their heel turn is coming like any moment.
You got to remember about the WWE, Kimmy. Wins and losses don't matter.
Yeah, true.
So dumb. It is all about presentation, but that is true in WWE world.
Yeah, wins and losses don't matter.
However, let's.
I mean, for us, they matter a little bit.
Get our investments into them, and then they'll yank the rug out in the right way.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, look, I was all on Team Liv Morgan back then. Remember that?
Oh yeah, dude.
I was like, go back in the archives, guys.
Push her to the moon, and I'm like, she's not
7,
ready.
week 8.
She's been wrestling for like 2 or 3 years,
and then the bell rang.
And then,
like I said, man, there's some people that are undeniable. When you got like your Rheas and Charlottes and Biancas and all these girls, they're undeniable. But then the other ones that need to like kind of simmer on the side for a little while, like a Liv or like name any other.
You're done. Dewdrop.
There you go. Yeah, just have them simmer on the side to build. Just start building momentum. You know what I mean? Put them in fucking tag teams together.
They do. They put Dewdrop and
What's her face?
Nikki.
Thank you.
See, but it's like you don't even really know. They don't really do shit with that.
Well, you know what they did do this week? They did put Cody Rhodes in a match 1-on-1 with my boy Theory for the United States Championship of the World. And
interesting placement, like interesting.
Yeah, like why they do that?
Story arc, yeah.
I mean, damn you, WWE. Something. When I always have something, I'm like, I can defend this. I
mean, I love WWE. Don't get me wrong. I'm a lifer for.
Yeah, so
no
am
matter
I.
What.
And here's the problem. They put themselves in a position to where you took someone who you're putting in a world championship caliber picture, and you just tarnished it a little bit.
Yep.
Thank the Lord Seth came out and saved him from the mid card of doom. Mm-hmm. Now, don't get it twisted. Cody Rhodes is United States champion. That looks pretty on paper.
Well, yeah,
that looks pretty because the whole American Nightmare thing. I mean,
it would fit, and then I think he would do like the whole open challenge. Yeah, you know what I mean.
But let him win the chip first. He can John Cena that shit.
He really could.
How John Cena came back and made the. I still look at that as MVP and John Cena's belts. MVP and John Cena both.
That logo is the John Cena belt right there.
See, but I see
the scratch logo is MVP's
belt.
Oh,
okay, yes.
You know what I mean?
The logo.
I know that's nitpicking.
But yes, that's how you can do tell the difference between the two. Actually, that's Specialist B's belt, technically.
That's nerd level stuff right there.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I mean, it was not necessary for that. I think if they would have put him in a different match with someone else on a world championship caliber, that would have been different. But having him fight Theory for the title is just one, unnecessary. Two, cost me motherfucking points.
Well, here's the thing and I think everybody can agree with this. We all knew what the fuck was going to happen. Like everybody knew that Seth was going to come out and cause him the match.
Yeah.
Or just who gives a shit and
we knew he wasn't getting that title.
It's a weird way to continue their storyline. Like Theory doesn't need to be involved in that in any way. They could have put him with any other person, basically.
Yeah. And that's another thing. Who the fuck they got for Theory right now?
I mean, they could
put
run
Cody
Finn
against
back.
fucking Shinsuke.
Cody and Shinsuke?
I mean, because they want to put Shinsuke with fucking Roman.
Shinsuke's on
but
SmackDown.
but it doesn't matter these days. I mean,
true story.
But I get what you're saying though, Kimmy. But Shinsuke, really?
No,
are you
I
trying
don't
to help?
want that.
Oh, okay. I thought are you helping Shinsuke?
No,
that's what you're trying
Cody's
to do.
just gonna beat him, being like even more of a reason why he doesn't deserve to like be around Roman, type of a situation.
Shinsuke doesn't.
Right.
Okay. I agree with you 100%. Shinsuke does not need to be around.
Anyway,
after going from the tag division, now you get a unified world championship opportunity.
You got no steam. You have no momentum whatsoever behind you to just be thrown in a world title match.
In my opinion, Happy Corbin has more of a chance in a title match right now in a program with Roman, in my opinion, than Shinsuke. Madcap Moss in a title program with Roman than Shinsuke. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Why don't they put him against Madcap? Why don't they put Madcap and Cody? That would be.
Well, it's SmackDown. Raw.
Well, but I see where Kimmy's coming from because everybody the most of the times we see Roman is on SmackDown. There is no Roman Reigns on Raw. You know what I mean?
Very seldomly. I mean, it happens.
But if you gotta have a
once
program,
a month, once or twice a month, you might get them.
Yeah. That's why they should just commingle brands, so that way we can build up the right people.
Yeah, because you don't need to have your champion on every week. You could give Roman off until SmackDown. You know, it's like, oh, hey, Roman's not here tonight, but, keep your eye out for SmackDown. He'll be there for, whatever. And then the next week, maybe it changes. Maybe he does one program on SmackDown. Next program, he goes to Raw, and then he's on Raw for that little while. We don't need to see him every single week on every single show. You know what I mean?
It's so right. That I agree, but it's so different with with someone like Brock. When Brock had the belt and went away for a while, it was kind of okay.
I mean, not, at that time, I don't feel like it was. I felt like there was people shitting on it way more than...
Right, because they were like, well, here's the deal. Nobody could challenge, quote-unquote, Brock. Same thing with Roman. we're getting to that phase where there really is nobody who's challenging.
There's plenty of people. They have to get rid of the brand split because all the star power is on Monday Night Raw, whereas Drew is on SmackDown.
Right. And Shinsuke.
And that's it. Well, in Shinsuke, yeah. And but there's not really a lot of heavyweight contenders on SmackDown.
Right, because I'm ready for a Bobby Roman. I can go for a Bobby Roman.
I think they need to make some trades.
Mm-hmm.
I think Seth needs to be brought over to SmackDown. I think.
I'm talking about people for Roman to beat.
People for Roman to beat.
Yeah, because you need him to have that build up because he's not going to lose until at least next year's WrestleMania.
Well, you got to remember, so Bobby would make sense because he's a baby right now.
Right.
AJ Styles would make sense.
Make sense. Yeah, you can throw AJ in there. Well, no, Finn already had his moment.
Yeah.
Maybe, like you said, Randy gets in there.
Dude, him and Randy right now, and then he beats Randy. Roman's stacking the fucking deck as far as achievements.
Yeah,
he's knocking them all down, man.
He can take on Riddle like through SmackDown and Raw. Mm-hmm. Save Randy for the pay-per-view.
We'll see.
How many days is he at right now? 600?
Oh, dude,
9,485 million.
I hope he breaks the whole record. Oh, well, he can't.
No, that's like 20 years he's got to break.
No. We're talking like the WWE/F era, not the WWF.
Okay.
Because like if
not
you're
Bruno
talking, we can't talk Bruno. And
he had to tell
Rogers
for 5 years and shit.
Yeah, dude. Like he's had it total like 12 years.
That's stupid.
Like a total from all his title reigns, he had the belt for like 12 fucking years.
Well, I'm talking about one continuous reign.
No, one continuous.
Oh, it was like almost a decade.
Yeah, it was almost 10 years.
He was like 8 years or some shit, I think it was.
You're talking about Bruno.
Yeah. He had the title forever.
We don't talk about Bruno. No.
Do you want to see Roman with the title 7 years from now?
No.
I mean, unless there's somebody else that can challenge for it. Because here's my thing.
But he's the guy, AJ. He's the one that they're buying the brand for.
You know, Kimmy, he is, and that's why you're acknowledging him right now. I get it.
So what if this was to be a way to quote unquote open the forbidden door for real? Because there's been talks and
about
hints
Kenny,
and whispers you hear about them kind of like working with other promotions here and there.
Like when guys take the time off, like we don't see Kenny Omega over there for a while. They're thinking maybe he'll have a drop in the WWE before he goes back to AEW, stuff like that. And I don't see Roman and Kenny drawing money. I'm sorry.
It just doesn't. No, because
Kenny Omega's style
Roman would beat the shit out of him.
Exactly. There's nobody right now who I can see that can really get up on Roman's level, with the exception of some of the people that we named, like a Seth or like a Cody, because of where they are in their stature right now. Seth Rollins, in my opinion, is the only one that I see beating Roman clean right now to win the championship.
Could you name?
He knows him.
Sorry.
Well, he beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have his number.
He beat him clean.
Yeah.
A couple times.
After coming back from the Leg of Doom, he beat him at that pay-per-view at Money in the Bank.
He's beat him for 2 WWE titles.
Clean.
So,
can you name the other person that beat him for a championship clean?
Who?
The Miz.
Clean?
Clean, yeah. Well, I mean, it was clean enough.
I was gonna say, didn't Brock?
No. Remember the turnbuckle pad got ripped off?
Sure.
It was for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
it was from Raw.
Yeah, but he got pinned. I mean, his shoulders were on the mat.
Yep, he pinned Roman. 1, 2, 3.
It's like it don't matter.
So, but besides that,
can you name like 5 of the top contenders for the Unified Championship right now? Between both brands?
Yeah, I can.
Go ahead. Can you put them in order?
Yeah.
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Seth is number 1.
Okay.
Cody's number 2.
Okay.
Drew is number 3. Bobby's number 4. And it's a toss-up at number 5 right now, but that could be AJ or Randy.
You think KO could get thrown in that?
Hell no,
program?
not right now.
Not with the KO that we have, of course, with the heel KO.
Nope. The KO that we have right now wouldn't work because the KO we have right now should be beating Ricochet. Hands down. Dominating the Intercontinental Championship division.
I could see Edge and Roman revisiting as their characters they are right now.
Here's the thing about Edge, though.
Because Edge wants to be the champion. You know what I'm saying? And if Roman was to come around, he's like, look here, we fucking really have unfinished business because I didn't get my one-on-one match.
No, Cody has to beat... When Cody beats Roman, that's
You
when
think
Edge.
you think that's what's going to happen? You
Yeah.
think Cody's going to be the one to take Roman down?
It's either gonna be
way.
it's gonna have to be Cody because they pushed him over Seth so much right
So
now.
you don't think that
Unless Seth sneaks in
Seth
there.
could like win the Money in the Bank,
Yeah.
pin Roman for the title, and then Roman maybe goes off for a little bit.
And then Cody
now we got
challenges
Cody
him.
challenging Seth back and forth
Yes, exactly.
to continue that story.
Yeah.
I want one belt though. It's either one belt or
Yeah,
split the belts.
yeah, one belt. That's yes. Unify them.
Like for real. Yeah.
Like, do it. Do it.
I don't want to
Do
get my
it.
hopes up, man, because if Cody brings back the Winged Eagle, man,
Oh,
come on.
Mike
I'm
might
fucking
cry.
falling right back in the goddamn.
crying right now.
And and then he'll have the WWE logo on that bitch too. I gotta have it.
I gotta
Yeah, I
have
would
it.
have. And if he does a two-tone,
Oh, and
dude.
they would spruce it up and make it a little bit bigger, maybe.
The two-tone would be so pretty.
That would be fucking nice. Yes.
look at Mr. B just smiling and staring right now like it's a piece of
Yep.
steak.
He's like,
Well, dude, because here's the thing: for us fans, it brings the prestige back, right? Because like if they brought the Winged Eagle back, holy shit, man, everybody's gonna fucking lose their shit.
because it's beautiful. Look at
Well,
it.
and it's like nostalgic. And
It would look good on him too.
Dude, plus if
why
they
would
did
they
do it a
ever
little
change
bigger
it?
with the two-tone to me is, it's just brings out all
They
the
put-
two-tone is sweet, but there's only 3 people that ever held it.
You know what? They may fuck it up, and you know why they think they might fuck it up? They may put his neck tattoo as the winged eagle thing in the middle.
Oh no!
They
no.
better
Cody
fucking
would be
not.
like, "No, we're not doing. We can't do that. Like, we're gonna have to make a different belt if that's the case. We'll do a custom belt, similar Winged Eagle-esque, but in the
That's-
theme of
yeah,
that.
please don't.
I don't
do
think
that.
he. I think he like literally has
They'd
too
make
much
the eagle
respect for that.
probably like weird, newer looking or more modern
Probably.
or something.
Yeah, they'd spruce it up a little bit. I think, kind of put or even if they did texture.
Well, let's not get our hopes up.
Like they
That's
did-
why I said I'm not getting my
Like they
hopes
did
up,
on
man.
the
On the
Intercontinental
yeah,
when they brought it back.
Yep.
All right, well,
That'd be sick.
should we move on to perhaps?
Well, I mean, there's a
SmackDown?
couple of. Well, I mean, just to let you know, next week we are going to be getting that cage match with Bobby and Almost. I know that's going to main event it.
That's weird.
So,
Yeah, it's like whatever. I don't feel like
He
it
said
needs
in a cage, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
Cage matches are usually for blow-offs. It's weird.
I
definitely.
guess
just
they're
kinda-
they're already up there.
Well, yeah, this is third. This is number 3. This is the blow off. So there you go.
If the
Speaking of
story's
blowing-
right.
Speaking of blowing off, after the match was blown off at WrestleMania Backlash, as we said before, RK Bro has officially challenged the Usos to unify the titles. Next week we're going to get that match 1-on-1. But
Is that next week?
yep, on SmackDown, on fucking
No,
SmackDown.
Yeah,
they
'cause
never
he's-
did confirm that. Did
Yes,
they?
they
yeah,
damn
because
sure
he's like
did.
next week Friday because we're not doing it today.
Yeah, yep, it is officially confirmed.
Well, because Adam Pearce came out and was like, "Well, I can't confirm that. We'll do the match for the Usos."
No, he was
blah, blah,
talking
blah."
about that for-
He's like, "But Sami Zayn, you can have that match right now."
That was the beginning of the show. But at the end of the show, when Riddle need Roman, right before that, he said, "You boys got a challenge to answer." Like, did you not see the whole promo at the end of the show?
There was people
Okay.
over and
All right, so I'll run it back for you real quick, short and sweet. Basically, at the beginning of the show, RK Bro challenged them. At
Right.
the end of the show, they accepted the challenge,
okay,
so
but
the
but they
Usos-
said it's for next
and
week.
they said
though.
it's going to happen next week on
Okay.
SmackDown.
Wow.
And
All right.
then Riddle need Roman, which left you to
dude.
the question of, is Roman
Well,
and Riddle
Did you
having
see?
a program?
Did you see the tweet? Roman's
Right.
tweet, where he was like doing cardio in the hotel or whatever, where Jim whatever he was at, and he was like, "Yeah, last night we had all them Hall of Famers, and we fucking had a killer match, and oh yeah, Riddle was there too, and he was kind of like talking shit."
Oh, I did not.
And okay, so that probably is what led to that. If I had
led
to
to
guess.
the knee?
Yeah. Yeah, so if you didn't see it, he's basically just cutting a promo, sitting there doing his cardio on his bike, and he's just like, "Yeah, we all these Hall of Famers, and oh yeah, Riddle was there too." But it's all good. He's like, he's a youngster, he'll learn, because he pinned Riddle. You know what I mean?
He did.
So when Riddle kneed him in the face, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" It just shows that Riddle's not gonna back down, and
We'll see, man.
gonna
I don't
be a
know.
little-
Riddle Roman could be something special if Riddle was about 5 years in.
I mean, Riddle's been wrestling for a little while. I mean, he's not like new to the game.
But I'm talking superstar level, you know?
He'll get
he's
there.
dude. He's right. He's scratching the surface.
I know he's
Yeah.
He's right
and
there.
The Randy rub is just, you couldn't get a better rub.
It's been incredible. It's been incredible, and I think that it's so cool to see Randy, like how he's matured over the years, because you never would have thought Randy would have ever taken somebody under his wing back in the day.
Yeah.
He was like, everybody's seen him as a selfish, like, No, he's
Spoiled little brat.
just entitled. But yeah, so I think it's very cool that he's paying it forward, and the whole thing that that Hunter did for Randy, he's now doing for the next generation.
Definitely,
And Riddle can be a fucking mainstay. I think.
Definitely,
Yeah.
And he's got money. He is money.
Dude.
I enjoy it.
I love that. I love it too.
Arcade
man.
Bro 420 for life, baby.
Yeah. So moving on through SmackDown.
Yeah, we had an open women's challenge, or do you want to go to the tag team championships, the women's tag team championships?
Yeah, they retained.
Yeah, which is
Sasha
great.
and Naomi retained, and
Great for me.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
Kimmy had 2 title.
Who'd they fight?
defenses.
Natalia and
Yeah,
Shayna.
Shayna.
Which I feel like they've been trying to push the stories between those two for a while, but nothing's really caught.
Well, here's the deal. They got,
It's just randomness upon randomness upon randomness.
and then they got Natalia fighting on NXT too, and the tournament and everything. So it's like,
Yeah.
There's too many hands in the pot, man.
yeah, nobody
Too much
knows.
shit's happening.
Nobody
And they're
knows
not
what's in
making
there.
any sort of effort to look like a tag team. You know what I mean?
No,
So it's like, okay.
it's just it's random to be random.
Anyway.
Well, speaking of random, Ronda Rousey had a random open challenge for the women's SmackDown championship.
She's a fighting champion, so she says. She
Yeah.
wants to be.
She is. And who accepted the challenge? None other than
Raquel Rodriguez.
Whoa.
I was trying to roll the R's.
Raquel. Spit
yeah.
to the mic here. Raquel Rodriguez.
I mean,
yes.
I'm cool. I'm cool with that. That's a cool little program for the next
As
one
a
up.
big old girl.
Right. Yeah. And here's the thing: if you have a champion like Ronda, fuck it, start throwing the monsters at her, man.
Yeah.
Try to establish the run and let her do it and work her way from the bottom to the top,
And she damn sure fucking beat her.
and then Charlotte will be back by SummerSlam, and we'll get that fucking return match.
then
And
show-
hopefully Bailey shows up like this weekend.
Yeah, come
Or
on,
this
Bailey.
week.
God damn.
I'm ready for fucking Dolph to get the fuck off my team.
Bailey and Ronda.
They could do it. I think Bailey could get her through a good match. I got to look and figure out what's going on, because I think Bailey apparently re-injured herself like during rehab.
Oh.
And that's why it's taking so long for her to get back, because she like re-injured herself or some shit.
Now she's
Damn.
never going to come back. She's going to be definitely nervous.
If that's the case, can I pick somebody else
Nope.
as my backup?
I'll trade you.
I don't want Chris Jericho, man. Because that's who you're trying to give me.
I'll give you Ricochet.
Nah, dude. Ricochet like barely gets on TV.
I'll give you Ricochet for Bailey, and then I would have to put Jericho in automatically.
We'll see. We'll revisit that when we get to fantasy.
We'll see what happens.
Moving on from there, I thought they had a decent match. It was okay. It was one of those Raquel kind of dominated the offense for quite a bit of the match, and then Ronda caught her ass in like a little,
Package.
little pinfall situation.
A pin package.
A pin package, yeah. So it's almost like the veteran kind of just outsmarted the
The
rook.
veteran.
Well, I mean, Ronda's been in the fucking judo game for her whole life, so yeah.
Her whole
Well,
life.
yeah, but
But yeah, so I'm cool with that. They can revisit that.
we'll see what
Because if you
happens.
think of the other women, I mean, they were showing they had Shotzi in the back saying she wanted her match, and then Aaliyah was back there saying she wanted her match. So, ew.
The Leah.
I'm all about Shotzi, but come on, Aaliyah, she never should have made it through NXT. She never should have made it up through those doors.
Wait, she still
just be
works
honest.
there?
I know.
Exactly.
Yep.
No disrespect, but it's like, dude,
No,
she's
no,
just
no,
not.
no.
I'm not disrespecting her. It's just
Yeah, I
she's
am.
not like nowhere near where she should be to be on that stage.
You're not ready to be on that level of entertainment. I'm sorry, sweetie. You need to be back on the indie scene,
I mean,
finding your craft,
yeah.
finding it, not even discovering it, finding and then working.
Yeah.
Speaking of finding,
Well, do we have? I was gonna say, do we have anything else left for WWE? Because if
Well,
not,
no.
let's move on to
No.
AEW.
that's what I say. Speaking of finding, we found ourselves a new tag team. Apparently,
I don't know. Did we?
did we?
Hookhausen?
Hookhausen.
I fucking hope not, dude.
Well, they shook hands, so we'll see.
It's dumb. They're missing a really good opportunity, and I feel like they are not as smart as I'm giving them credit for them to not use the FTW title to get him over.
You don't
because
need a,
him
you don't
trying
need a
to
title
take.
to get him over, but I get what you're saying.
Well, no, he's like, this is my fucking legacy. Like, this is my family's legacy, and I'll be damned if you're. And because you could keep him as a babyface through the whole situation, and he don't even have to be acting like a babyface.
Yeah, give him a purpose.
Because like right now, is he babyface? Is he heel? Nobody knows. He's been the same character through the whole way. Which I commend that. Right. So if he's in there and he could, Ricky Starks could just be like, hey, go fucking give me a cup of coffee, or hey, try, and he's like, I'm not your run boy, dude, or whatever.
Your dad told you to do what we told you. Your dad told you to listen to us, or something like that,
Or maybe he loses the belt and he's like, Ricky Starks loses the belt to somebody, and then Hook is like, well, I got to go get it back in the family.
Yeah, it should be Hook. Hook was supposedly having a program with CM Punk, but that didn't happen. So I don't know.
That's fine.
I don't know.
That's fine. CM Punk and Hangman is a good program for right now. I don't feel like it's necessarily the best program that they could be doing right now. Wardlow should be in the spot right now.
Yeah.
And even if he takes the L, it's cool because he's in the main event spot for the world title. You know what I mean?
It's going to take forever for Wardlow to get out from under MJF, I feel like.
I agree.
I think he's going to win the match this weekend. Or not, I'm sorry, not this weekend.
Double or nothing?
Wait,
he's going to take the 10 lashes first.
It'll be next weekend.
The
weekend after next.
He's going to take those 10 lashes.
Jesus. That's this week.
Damn.
Yeah, because they had their little face-to-face thing in the ring, and told him, I'm gonna give you 10 lashes, and then you got to fucking fight Wardlow or Sean Spears in a cage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then also he's the special guest referee.
So he's not,
right.
Yeah.
He can't win.
Well, the odds are really stacked against him here. He's probably still gonna win, and if he doesn't, then I think Tony Khan, I'm sure, would step in and be like, look, man, you've put him through enough. Here's your fucking, he's now signed to your AEW contract, and we're going to still have that match at Double or Nothing. So Tony Khan swoops in for the save. You heard it here first.
There it is. There it is.
Because that's what would have to happen, right? I mean, MJF is the special guest referee in the cage match. Like, there's no fucking way Wardlow's going to win that match.
No, there's absolutely no way. Like, no. The only way that it happens is if, like, MJF gets knocked out or something by accident and they send, like, a backup referee in or some shit. You know what I mean?
Just thinking that, too.
Yeah, because what are their cage match rules? Do you know?
No.
I can't.
Because the old school NWA, if you escape the cage, you lost because you're a coward. You're escaping.
Oh.
Because the cage was to keep you in and keep everybody out. So if you left the cage, then you escaped and you lost immediately.
You lost.
So I don't know if that's the rules for AEW because they're a little more old school in some of their ways.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah. But outside of that, so we'll see what happens. It'll further the story. What did you guys think of the Jeff Hardy and Darby craziness?
It was crazy.
Yeah.
So did they both go to the hospital? I seen.
Yeah, was that real or was
No,
that
that was
yeah.
Photoshop.
Oh, okay.
That was a Photoshop.
That was a great Photoshop.
But yeah, the whole flip onto
was
the chairs
hilarious.
situation, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, they tried to kill each other.
I mean, dude.
They did a good job at it.
Definitely. I mean, that, and hey, look, that's another victory for Jeff Hardy, going and moving forward in our Owen Hart tournament.
Yeah, that was a tournament match too.
That
And I like
was.
how they were like, he requests that they do no rules, and they're like, yeah, fuck it, okay, no rules for this match, and it's like to further in advance into the tournament, which I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This is like the wild, wild west over here. You know what I mean?
They're like, yeah, sure, whatever you want.
Do what
Yeah.
you want.
No rules, cool. Just that's fine. Whatever.
No rules, no responsibility. What?
Can you pass me some of those sour gummies there, pretty please?
Do you really want to taste it?
Just take it. Please take the whole bag. Thank you.
Oh, I don't want the whole bag.
Well, you're going to
Here,
take
I'm just
it.
gonna get a little handful and give them back.
Well, I didn't know if AJ wanted any.
Yeah, no. No, thank you.
Oh wow.
No, thank you. Yeah, so this Owen Hart tournament has been in full force and is swinging away. We had a couple people advance this week. It looks like Jeff Hardy advanced with that victory over Darby Allin.
Well, we actually got the brackets finally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Adam Cole advanced with that victory over Dax Harwood. in the men's side. We also know that Ray Phoenix and Kyle O'Reilly will be facing each other in a first-round match to see who advances.
That would have to be this week, I would guess.
That would be next week, yeah. This week. And then Samoa Joe will be facing the Joker. We don't know who the Joker is yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be that big old Indian guy. That's just me personally.
Well, that's Britt's going to have one, too.
Yeah, Britt's going to have one, too. Speaking of the female brackets here.
Who is it? Is it Ember?
Well, I mean, if
Athena.
Ember comes in, Athena comes in, hopefully she's wearing
Athena, yes, you're right.
Tony Storm advanced
look in the
against Jamie Hayter
What the fuck?
this week as well. Ruby Soho beat Rio in a one-on-one match, advancing in the tournament. And we just found out replacing, who was it who got injured? Kushida. Shida. Replacing Shida in the match against Red Velvet will be Chris Statlander, making her return.
The new look. Yeah.
The new
I
look.
love it.
I do as well. No, none of that face paint stuff.
She's not like District 9 anymore.
Yeah, exactly. You're aging yourself there, guy. But
That's
yes,
a great movie.
Red Velvet will be taking on Chris Statlander one-on-one to advance in the tournament as well. So we will see who this week will advance as well, and who's going to get closer to that Owen Hart Tournament Foundation Owen Hart Foundation Tournament Championship. I think the winner gets a title match or something.
I don't know. They get a cup.
Who's going to win between Adam Cole and Jeff, do you think?
That's going.
I
In
think
my
it's gonna be
opinion, it's going to be
Adam
Adam Cole. Yeah.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
You think it'll be Tony and Britt? Who's going to win there?
Depending on who it is. I'm telling you, if it's Athena, she might win the whole thing.
Yeah, true. They're not really pushing Britt right now very much.
I could see Tony winning the whole thing.
Storm?
Yeah.
With what's on there, yeah. Hey, maybe the Joker's Jade.
No.
What is that?
That was me. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I was like, what?
I lost my mind for a second.
I don't think any
Champions are allowed.
champions
yeah.
are allowed in.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true because fucking Samoa Joe's the TV champ.
Yeah, but you
The
know
Ring
what
of
I mean.
Honor.
But you know it. Oh, but then again, yeah. So then it shouldn't matter. Because maybe it's because it's not an AEW champion.
I don't know. Maybe.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, it's Jade. Jade versus Britt Baker in the first round, dude. That's the whole tournament.
The entirety of it.
Who's out there in the free agent world right now, male wise, that could come in? Obviously, besides Bray.
Braun. But no, you want to fight Samoa Joe, so it has to be a bad guy. I mean,
They did tag teams versus each other.
you know, it's probably going to be Andrade or some shit. El Idolo.
I wonder.
I mean, if you're bringing somebody back from
What if it's Owen Hart's son?
No.
Stop.
Oj, and that's his debut.
No.
That'd be what? That'd be crazy.
Maybe it's Chris Benoit's son.
Do you think he's blackballed because of his dad?
No.
No?
No, he had him in the show and everything.
I'm saying from wrestling, bro.
No.
Because he said he wants to be a wrestler, but nobody will train him.
Well, that's different.
That's what I'm saying.
He may be blackballed from, like, it's taboo to work with him. But then that could be a whole story right there, bro.
Taboo.
He could be the rabid. No, he doesn't want to be the rabid Wolverine.
No.
He'd be a nice, gentle guy. He's like, I'm nice, I'm kind. Just don't make me mad.
So who else is out there?
Booker T.
Shit.
Who was released? Cesaro?
Cesaro. There you go. That's your answer. You just figured it
Excuse
out.
me, Claudio.
Well, has he gone through his contract?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's been a
His
while.
90s have been way up. Yeah.
It's either him or Alberto Del Rio. No, I'm just if it's Del Rio, dude.
Gargano's still out there.
Oh, no.
See, he ain't over, man. I never thought Gargano was over. I mean, he's a good wrestler. Don't get me wrong, but he's like maybe this version's.
Shit, maybe Cage comes back.
WWE said they weren't interested.
They were not? Yeah, they don't want no steroid freak.
And also, he plays wrestler. He's not even fucking. Anyway.
Well, whoever it is, good luck.
I think the finals, as what I'm looking at on the sheets right now.
You better not say
I
Kyle
think
O'Reilly.
it's going to be Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole in the finals for the
I knew you were
men.
going to say that.
It would only make sense, right? The story kind of advances again.
And then I got to watch NXT all over again
It's
in
not,
AEW.
It's not, man. It's going to be the story that they want to tell. It's
No.
it's a continuation, bro.
I think whoever the Joker is going to lose to Adam Cole.
I'm curious on who that might be.
Yeah, whoever the Joker is going to lose to Adam Cole.
It'd be cool if it was Malachi.
That's your prediction?
That's my prediction. Adam Cole wins it, but he beats whoever's in the Joker spot.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'm picking Tony Storm to win it all.
I'm going with the Joker. Whoever the Joker is winning it.
I'm not going to pick until next time.
So you see who's...
Oh, until you see the actual...
Yeah.
Oh, you want to see the Jokers?
Well, because
I wanna
the
see the
Jokers-
matchup.
Yeah, the Jokers will probably be like on TV. Like we'll probably get Britt and the Joker Wednesday.
this week. Yeah. And then
Well,
Samoa
we might
and
even get
Joe.
them. Yeah, because they did what 4 matches last week.
Oh, yeah. So we're definitely going to get Britt and Joker and then Red Velvet and Statlander. Yeah, so we'll know who the Jokers are next by this next episode.
Nice.
Ray Phoenix and Kyle O'Reilly is going to be a good match.
Ray Phoenix, hopefully he don't hurt himself.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what he's known for.
Anyway,
I don't
so
know.
there's
We'll see.
your tournament.
I like it.
Hell yeah.
It's
All
gonna
right.
shape out to be a good tournament.
Definitely.
Well, let's move on over to
Big Four takeaway.
our favorite.
Is it that time?
fantasy.
Is it that time? Once again,
Do we want to do fantasy or do we want to do Big Four
let's
takeaway?
go ahead and fantasy. Big Four takes us home, right?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, well,
it's
let's
time
move
for
into fantasy.
fantasy.
The Fantasy League.
MACKDOWN Fantasy League coming at you live and in person. Let's take it away to the MD himself, Mr. Mikey Mac D.
All right, it's another week of fantasy here, and boy, have the
Table's fucking.
tables have
I've
turned.
I've gone through the table while I was on fire. I just did what I did in my match.
Well, let's go ahead and go through the week here. So starting from last to first.
Oh yeah, here we go.
So he said, "Here we go."
For the first time ever.
For the first time ever, AJ with an astounding 5 points.
5 fucking points.
to tie his record low for his own week.
Damn.
See, I did it in the first quarter, and now I'm doing it in the last quarter.
It's not a good time
That's
to be.
not a good time
it's
to be
not a
5.
Good, yeah, not a good time. And then we had Cam over here with 6, so one ahead
Who?
of you, EO.
Oh, sure, right.
And then tied for second and third place, it is myself and Mr. B with 18 points. So that's respectable, I would
Yeah.
say, for a week.
Well, until we find out who laid the smackdown
Well,
this
then
week.
yeah, then we go over to Miss Kimmy over here, where for first place with 33 points.
30 fucking
Oh,
3
yeah.
points. You get the loud clap, Kimmy.
Go me. Go me. I thank you, RK
thank
Bro.
you.
I thank you, Naomi and Sasha, for
Both had title retaining victories.
love that for me.
So, and then they had all kinds of promo. Well, RK Bro did
Yeah,
all kinds of promos.
it was a good week for me, and that deficit that I'm making up there's it's
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah. So to go to the overall quarter scores here. So in last place we got Mr. B with 106.
No, we don't.
Excuse me. We got Cam
EO.
at 5th place with 105.
Wow.
And then Mr. B right ahead of that in 4th place with 106.
Hey.
And then we have AJ at 117. And then you got yours truly 122. And then Kimmy, the retaining champion of the week, at 135.
Hell yeah.
Putting our total scores for the mini, we got
Mr. B. Mr. B, you broke 500, bro.
Mr. B broke 500.
Pop that cherry.
We got 500 points. And
Yay.
and then we got Kimmy with 654. And then we got Cam with
Ew.
691. Myself with 705 and AJ in the lead with 711.
If you look at my score as a palindrome, it's 117, 711. You can flip it in both in the same number.
Oh wow, look at that.
It's palindrome.
Oh, that's a word I don't even know. I've never heard before.
Okay. It's a number that's the same backwards and frontward.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it.
I don't.
Yeah, Kimmy
I mean,
over
you're
here
still
smacking.
in the lead for the mini, but by
Yeah.
very little.
Very little.
Yeah, I was gonna say the overall really is not that bad. If
I
you
need a
look
few
at
more
it.
weeks just like this, but like where
Well-
you guys all get a little less.
Now that the scores are officially correct, I was actually supposed to get the first round pick last round,
Oh, cry about
and
it.
I should have Cody Rhodes on my team right now.
Should have checked my math. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Then we would have all, if you would have did every week, we could have sat down and went over it. The shit would have been done.
So technically, Mr. B, you haven't been in last place all the time, but
Most of the time.
most of the time.
still got that first round pick.
First round pick.
He still got that first round pick.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm really excited about next.
Yeah, because
Next
we
season.
changed all the rules and no more of these negatives for not showing up on 5 shows.
I know that shit's brutal, dude.
The Mr. B rule.
Well, here's the thing, man. I wanted to try it this year just to make sure, because if not, then it could be just like a
Because
crazy
you
numbers.
have to have negatives, not
Yeah.
just positives.
Exactly. You gotta have something to counterbalance. Everybody's afraid of losing points. you know what I'm
Everybody
saying?
wants kung fu fight. Sorry, his back was turned.
I know, right? Hit me while my back is turned.
Hit me, baby, with your big 4 takeaways of the week. Here we go. I'm going to point to the person I want to start, Mr. B, because you won disc golf. What is your big 4 takeaway of the week?
Big 4 takeaway of the week. The pay-per-view, really?
The whole thing?
Make some changes to it, and it would be awesome. But overall, it was pretty good. I didn't care for the Ronda match, of course, but the rest of the card was a pretty good card. It was a lot of big names, a lot of fun, a lot of fucking action, a lot of everything.
I think if they would have
Nice.
separated the main event, man, if they would have had the title matches individually, Roman and Drew and RK Bro and them, that would have been great. But I see what you're saying. Good shit.
Like it.
Give me.
I liked Randy talking shit to Roman, saying that he's not as good as John Cena.
You can't see me.
I thought that shit was hysterical.
We all know he was just saying it to get under his skin.
Yeah, which you could tell it did.
Yeah.
Because it was true.
So that was my takeaway.
Nice.
Mr. MD over here.
My takeaway is I'm really excited about Rhea's new positioning, because I think she's going to be a
Judgment
mega
Day.
superstar.
Okay.
Yeah. I like where
Do-
she's at right now.
Do you see a group with 2 guys and a female actually working?
They're going to add. I think they're going to add 1 or 2 more folks.
You think Ciampa?
Yeah.
I think Ciampa.
I think Ciampa and maybe even Finn, dude. We'll see.
Maybe even Mufasa.
Mufasa.
Ali. Mustafa.
I'm like Mufasa.
Mustafa.
Nah,
He needs something.
they're not gonna do that.
He
probably.
was Retribution. I think this is Edge's take on Retribution.
He seems to me as more of a leader than a follower.
Who, Ali?
Yeah,
Okay.
in his own
That's what he
mind.
wants to be presented
Yeah.
as, yeah. He's got to be able to cut better promos to be in that spot. Just saying. Just saying.
Concur.
But yeah, that Rhea being positioned as a top heel female is best
It
for
makes
business.
sense.
Yeah. Especially when you got babyface Bianca sitting over there. Just
She's at her breaking point
waiting
because
for
she keeps
nobody.
getting all fucking tagged up with random people.
Yep.
Nice.
Anyway, AJ?
All right, so my big 4 takeaway this week was the Scorpio Sky Kazarian match. I think
Really good
it was
match.
really good. I mean, of course, Scorpio Sky got freaking RKO'd on the top of his cranium. But I do like the fact of the turn on him at the end of the match. I thought that was really good. And then, of course, Dan, my boy Dan, Dynamite Dan, when he called
Dan.
Ty Conti, and I quote, "Hey, Whorehausen, won't you turn around and come back on up into this ring?" I thought that was so funny. But overall, I thought it was a good match. The fact that they tried to make it seem like there was some tension with Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page just for him to turn around and just wham. Nah, we're all on the same page. I like it.
Did they get you?
They did
kinda
get me
you?
because I thought it was going to be coming down to Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky for the belt, the dissension. But they just made it. They
doubled down.
They doubled down on it, and you know what? I'm good. I'm good. So that's my big 4.
I like it, man.
Hell yeah.
Nice. I
All
think
right.
That pretty much does it for the week.
That's it. We have a show.
We have a full ass show.
Full
It's
ass
full.
show.
I just hope for a repeat of next week in fantasy.
Get them 33 more points.
Well, I mean, if you guys think that Kimmy should definitely keep winning, make sure you follow, like, subscribe at MACKDOWN Podcast. Tell us what you think. Give me some encouragement, guys, because 5 fucking points. 5 fucking points.
Ain't nobody want to give you no encouragement, man. You've been talking so much shit. You're like
Hey.
the superhero right now.
Hey, you know what?
It's like
fuck
Bray,
it then.
like Bray saying to Roman, anybody but you.
Anybody but you. Anybody but you, Kimmy. Anybody but you. No, it's anybody but me. But you know
Anybody
what?
but Mr. B.
Kimmy's in a really good position to take this thing.
Damn, Kimmy, I didn't say be honest. I just said,
That's a nice little lead. It's a 12 or 13 point lead. So
I'm happy with it.
Second place.
I'm happy with it.
So if your team continues to rock and roll,
Hell yeah.
I need them to fall
I want
apart.
to win a quarter, That would be fun.
I'm a 2-time.
then you can be the champ.
I'm a
That would
2-time.
be great.
It's nice. It's nice sitting on that chair.
Yes.
Mike's sitting there now. It's nice, isn't it?
Knowing Mike's scorekeeping, you probably weren't first. You were probably
No, he redid everything.
I'm
so
just
yeah,
kidding.
I was. No, he's
Yeah, you definitely. A lot of these were actually correct.
Yeah.
It was only like
quarter
three of them, like 2 or 3 of them out of all of them that were a
Quarter
little
3
off.
looks like it got messed up. That's where the mess up started in quarter
Yeah.
3.
No. The quarter it started in 2, because Kimmy and Mr. B tied at 112 for the lowest instead of because Mr. B only had like 98, and I was like, that doesn't look right. Yeah, but now that we went back and were able to recount everything, yeah,
So that
these
should
scores
have been
are all accurate right here.
that should have been a coin toss for who gets first pick. It's another first pick you didn't
okay.
lost, Kimmy, because of
Yeah.
Mike's math.
Hey, fuck y'all, check it.
Fuck y'all. Oh, y'all.
Well, on that note, thank you everybody for listening. Like I said, once again, like, subscribe, comment at MACKDOWN Podcast, and in the words of the MD over there, fuck y'all. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
We'll see you guys next week. Goodbye. I'm ringing this bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
He said, ding, ding, ding. I love it. All right, I gotta pee.
Let me go ahead and play that music real quick.
Taking forever. I don't give a. Beat took forever to drop. Now I'm kicking. Sitting here looking like I just might be cooking. I'm slipping on the track. I don't care. I might just strip down to my underwear. When I go back, might see my friend. I'm like, yo, I'm doing this shit again, cause I'm drinking, I'm smoking, I'm feeling kinda cool, I'm looking like a motherfucking fool, but I don't care what nobody wanna do, cause I'm gonna do me and you do you. Difference between you and difference between me, that I'm gonna be everything you wanna be. I'm the king of the ring when I do my thing. I don't even dance, but nigga will fucking sing. Number one gangster. That's how you do it right there.